All right, what's going on, everybody? Monday, the 5th of June. It's kind of my Friday because I just worked the whole weekend. Thank you guys for all like the well wishes on the interview. I think it went really well. Didn't really feel like an interview. It was four different managers. I think I got this. Probably, I don't know, a couple days before I hear something, but and probably another like month or so until I would even start. But I have a really good feeling about it. I think I got this. Um, Welcome back, Regino. I'm glad to hear your mom is doing good. And practical jokers and skits was something Kenny brought up. Oh, that wasn't even in a video. You posted on Facebook, didn't you? Yeah, I guess we could try that. I don't know how good I'll be at that, but I'll give it a shot. Whatever. I'm open to anything. Um, I don't know. So I came tonight prepared, not really with a question. So you had asked in the video from the other day, you said like, what's an underrated app or whatever. I just found this app. I guess it's kind of like a news. It's like news or stories. Like I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it's called Curiosity. And this actually popped up in the feed today for like my stories of the day or whatever to read. And it said quantum suicide thought experiment or something like, you don't die. And it really made me think of when Glenn was talking a couple days ago about Elon Musk's theory of the simulation. And I don't know, this all kind of felt like it went together. So I want to just kind of bring it up, and rather than a question, I guess maybe open it up to your reaction to this idea, or if anybody's ever heard of this before, maybe what did I miss, or what else do you know about it? So the way it was presented in this article, um, they immediately compared it to like Schrodinger's cat, which if you don't know about it, and you probably do because they make a huge deal about it on Big Bang Theory, and everybody in the world watches Big Bang Theory. But Schrodinger's cat's kind of like, you put a cat in a box with uh, poison that has a 50% chance of killing the cat. And so while the box is closed, the cat is both alive and dead. And its fate is really not sealed until you open the box to find either a dead cat or a perfectly healthy cat. And so this guy, Max Tegmark, in 1997 wrote about this quantum suicide thought experiment. A little bit more complicated than the Schrodinger's cat, but the idea was you imagine a gun that's hooked up to a machine that measures the spin of a quantum particle. And when the trigger's pulled, if it measures the particle spinning clockwise, the gun will fire. When the trigger's pulled, it measures it uh, rotating counterclockwise, the gun's going to misfire. Nothing's going to happen. And so the gun is turned on a sandbag. You pull the trigger 10 times, and it goes off in a seemingly random order. And they actually in the article wrote out like bang, click, bang, 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 click, click, bang, click, click. It doesn't matter, whatever. Just in some random order. Then the gun is turned on yourself at your own head. Pull the trigger 10 times in a row, misfires every time. How could that happen? And the idea behind it is that it brings in the many worlds interpretation of quantum physics, where that anytime you make a decision, the universe splits, and there's an alternate timeline of either choice that you make. If you woke up early this morning, you woke up at 6, well, there's an alternate timeline where you slept in a little bit. Or you chose a career as a musician, well, there's an alternate timeline where you're a chemist. And so the idea is every time you pull the trigger on this gun, you both die instantly and stay alive, but the only one that you are aware of or that you remember is the one where you live. And so the gun always misfires. Kind of like, kind of an interesting thought experiment. I don't know if I could ever get behind something like that, and I don't know who would have the balls to prove it. Um, there was they added something in there where, even if you got to the point where it was proved to you and you believed it, you'd never be able to convince anybody else of it because nobody would want to go to that point where they would kill themselves just to prove a point. Anyway, I don't know. Let me know if you've ever heard of anything like that. Either this particular thought experiment or something very similar. I know Schrödinger's cat, like I said, is probably very familiar to most people. So that was kind of it. That was my question. But that was so this app. Oh shit! I'm recording on the phone. Curiosity is kind of like little stories and articles about, I guess, just like science and nature, and it's a cool amalgamation of news sources and articles and stuff. I don't know. Waze I've been using. I used to use it, oh man, years ago, and that app used to drain the battery so bad. Thankfully, it's much better now, and you could actually drive around with it. I stopped using it about a year or so ago because it seemed like everything was built, everything that they had there was built right into Google Maps, and I think Google owns Waze anyway. But it seems lately that Waze still has better updates and better notification, like because it's not just like, oh, accident up ahead. People are adding where the traffic stops are and where there's like speed traps and stuff. So I'm probably gonna have to use that again. I'm glad you guys brought that up because I don't know. I don't even know if it's on my phone right now. I'm gonna have to check now. I only drive like 5 places. I don't use GPS much. I don't have much of a life. All right, so I will make another video tomorrow. All right, good night.